If you haven't learned by now, I'll fill you in on a little secret. Life isn't fair. You can play everything by the book for your entire life and still not achieve a fraction of the success that others seem to stumble into. Instead of getting resentful at this point, try to learn from how others have succeeded. Warren Buffett is one of the world's wealthiest men who have gained his fortune through financial investing. When asked how to succeed in life, he stated, "Sometimes it's not about how fast you row your boat, it's about how fast the stream is going." Buffett is not discounting the fact that hard work comes from rowing, but he's pointing out that sometimes the situation that you're in will set you up for far more success, or it'll just set you up for failure. Imagine trying to row upstream. You might be able to use all your might and reach your destination, but it's going to leave you burnt out in comparison to other routes which would use the water's current to your advantage. The greats like Buffett know that living a successful life in this world is the combination of hard work and luck. What most people get wrong about this philosophy is that they believe luck is completely random. This is not the case. You're dealt a hand at birth, and this hand continuously changes through your life experience to make up your current luck. If you want to succeed, you need to keep working hard, but also self-reflect over where you were dealt a lucky hand. This is the core message behind the book Unfair Advantages, which I read last year to help me identify how to better succeed in my entrepreneurship journey. Even if you're not trying to become an entrepreneur, you can use this framework to get the most out of the situation that you're currently in. It's all about self-awareness over your opportunities and narrowing your focus into the ones where you have the best odds. This video is about identifying and exploiting your unfair advantages to achieve more in life. Bring to the world the best that you have to offer and stop struggling in an area where you were set up to fail in. There are 5 main unfair advantages to cover. Hopefully through this framework, you're able to self-reflect and see where you may have an edge on the competition. The first advantage is money. Money is one of the most overpowered advantages you can have if you desire to materialize your dreams. There are many businesses or income opportunities which have a paywall up. If you don't have enough money, you can't even consider investing in real estate. On the other hand, if you have a lot of money to invest in real estate, there are some deals which are just about impossible to lose on. What makes these deals difficult to get is the high barrier of entry, having a lot of money already. If you want to become better at a sport, you can buy all the best equipment and hire a coach. If you want to build any sort of skill, you can play pay to win and learn it from an expert. Pretty much anything in life is easier with giant bags of money. If I had to take a guess, I would imagine that you're not drowning in money. If you are, there's millions of ways for you to multiply that money. If you want to be in better control over your money situation in the future so you can begin exploiting this unfair advantage, you must consider where your current money is going. If you don't have a good grasp on how much money you're making and how much you're spending, then you'll be at risk of wasting what might be the potential of an unfair advantage. The best way for you to take control of your money situation and build this advantage is through managing a budget. Really understanding where every dollar you make goes is a crucial self-awareness practice which will help you identify what are good or bad expenses. It'll also help you determine how much money you truly do have to invest, which is how you start getting the hockey sticks out for your wealth. At this current moment, I don't believe wealth to be an unfair advantage for myself, but I know through my actions of budgeting and investing, one day the cards will be stacked far greater in my advantage. The end of that last point ties perfectly into unfair advantage number 2, intelligence and insight. With the right perspective, you can get yourself back on the path of exploiting an unfair advantage down the road. If you have poor intellect, you'll continue to suffer from your current hand of cards, never adjusting your focus upon what you have the power to change. Tying back to the money example, if you start in a state of low finances but never apply your intelligence to self-reflect and take small, easy steps of budgeting and investing, you'll perpetuate the money problem and never grow into your desired state. Much unlike the other concepts on this list, intelligence is something that you're pretty much dealt with at birth. Although there are some things that one can do to keep their mind sharp, such as getting the proper amount of sleep, a healthy diet, and plenty of exercise, at the end of the day, these activities will not step function your intellect. Being of high intellect is rewarding as certain jobs require more critical thought than others. You'll have a much higher earning potential if you're an individual with an above average intelligence. Insight, on the other hand, can be trained, but I also believe this one is governed by your intelligence. Insight is an advantage you get from gaining a deeper or even just a different perspective on certain things. The best way to train and maximize your insight is through self-awareness practices like journaling and meditation. When you're able to clear your mind and examine your thoughts, the power of your subconscious mind will be in full effect and present you insights as to how to proceed. Getting in tune with powerful insights is all about clearing the noise and finding signals which can only come through self-reflection and decompression. Separate yourself from the constant inputs of the modern day and see what thoughts are brought about by your mind. Having the ability to connect for better insights will allow for you to make better decisions and compound into more success over time. The third unfair advantage is location and luck. Location is one of the unfair advantages which is most tied to luck. Sometimes you're just in the right place at the right time. Various industries gravitate to particular regions which can help you land the job of your dreams. If you want a job in automotive, then Michigan is the place to be. Again, using the real estate example, if you're interested in investing in real estate, fair weather states like California and Florida have proven to be good investments over the years. If you're in the right place at the right time, you could make a powerful connection with another individual which might present you with an opportunity that you would have otherwise never encountered. There's so much luck involved with location, it's honestly mind-blowing. Location can still be broken down into a science and used to your advantage though. You can move to a particular part of the country if you want a job in the industries that are prominent there. You can self-reflect on the region that you're currently in and determine what are the advantages of living there. Many don't have the funds or the bravery to move all the way across the country for an opportunity, so you might want to start out with identifying what about your current environment is conducive to success. The fourth advantage is education and expertise. This one is almost entirely under your control. To outcompete others in the marketplace, you must possess expertise. Expertise comes through work experience and education. With a strong history of experience and education, your earning potential will be very high. You'll also be able to have stronger insights and arrive at better decisions more quickly than others. Depending on what age you are, you can become quite strategic with what skills that you want to build. As you age, your brain becomes less fluid and it's far more difficult to build the new skills as quickly as you could in your youth, as well as you don't have as much time to see returns. If you're fortunate enough to be in the position to still be deciding on where to get your education or what you want to study, you have a lot of control over your unfair advantages and how they'll play out. Being intentional at this age can really put you on the fast track to success. Back when I was deciding where to go to college, I didn't have as much insight into these concepts as I do now, but I feel as though I still made a pretty decent decision. I went to school to be an engineer and now have a competitive advantage in the marketplace for jobs that require engineers. If I didn't go to school for this, the chance of me getting a job that involves engineering is basically zero. My earning potential would be limited without this unique skill. If I didn't go to college at 22, my earning potential would be limited to entry-level service jobs making minimum wage, which is currently around $10 an hour. Compare that to the $40+ an hour I can make by now simply having an engineering degree. And you can see just how powerful of a step function education can be. The key point here is for you to reflect on what it is that you want to do with your time and identify what skills you need to do that well. It's important to consider if what you want to do will bring sufficient funds or all that time you invested yields no fruit. Hopefully you can see a common theme throughout these concepts. Your cards will change for the better through time when you're intentional about your decisions and pursue those which you believe to be more beneficial for your future self. Although these examples so far have been surrounding a formal education, don't fall into the trap that so many people do in the modern day and believe that this is the only way to educate. Here at Science, we really advocate for you to take matters into your own hands. And we're truly fortunate to exist in the modern day with our access to the internet. You now have the ability to forge your own path by developing the skills that you know will aid you on your journey without having to pay an egregious amount of money through a university. As you engage yourself in activities that require a skill, you'll build more expertise and your value to others will increase. Keep this up over time and you'll be able to provide an immense amount of value and you'll be compensated accordingly. I'm actually building a software product right now for this exact reason, to help people accomplish this. Make sure to check out the website and get on the wait list if you can. The fifth unfair advantage is status. This could be the most powerful unfair advantage. Having high status means that others recognize and look up to you. Being in a state of high status brings with it respect and better treatment from others. There are countless examples of celebrities with high status who were able to start their own businesses, which would not have been nearly as successful without them starting off with a loyal following. Just look at someone like Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. He started a tequila brand and made millions off of it. The alcohol industry is highly competitive, and he wouldn't have had great odds of success if he didn't already have millions of fans to sell his product to. The same is true for a family like the Kardashians. Kylie's became a billionaire selling makeup products because her family already had loyal followers in the target demographic to buy makeup. Donald Trump was a television celebrity and was well known for his over-the-top personality, which took him far enough to become the president of the United States of America. Without his prior celebrity status, there would be almost no chance for him to even make it to the debate stage. There are so many more examples, but I hope that you're getting the point now. Being an individual of high status is like playing Minecraft on creative mode instead of survival mode. You can build just about whatever you want and people will flock to buy it because they look up to you. Building status, though, takes time and effort. Your reputation is built through what you've previously done in your life, which is a great example as to how your cards change over time, like I've been saying the entire video. You're partially in control of your status through the energy you put out into the world. If you're constantly undermining those around you, your status will devolve into the point where everyone sees you in a negative light. Receiving a negative status acts more like a handicap than an advantage, so you must be cautious of how you carry yourself in front of others. If you desire to build your status, reflect on the people you see in a good light and ask yourself what it is that they've done to earn your trust. Keep being a good person and providing value to the lives of others, and it'll inevitably increase your status and their trust in you. Through these 5 categories, you should have your gears turning about what advantages that you can begin to exploit in your own life. At the very least, you can consider what moves you need to make in order to turn one of these categories into your advantage in the future. You may not have enough money, or you're in the wrong location for investing in real estate or something like that. But if you desire success in that domain, you should now know a better path to get there. Hopefully you're now more aware of the areas where you might be rowing upstream and can apply these concepts to get back in alignment with the cards that you've been dealt. Like and subscribe if you appreciated this content, and thanks for watching.